but
Yeah, now it's working. I'm sorry.
It's not showing you live.
It will. It's
more people.
But I've got the chat now.
There are more people. It's not showing you live.
It will. It says I'm live on the air, so the chat's working now. I know if it is out there, Raymond will come in. There's Gunslinger. Hey, I can see you. I can see you now. Hey, thanks for coming back in, man. I haven't seen any good videos out of you lately, Gunslinger. I actually went to your account today to see if you had posted anything, but I didn't see nothing on there, so I don't know what's going on with it.
I had to refresh.
You had to refresh?
Now it's on.
Okay. Yeah, I got the comments back now. I appreciate you coming back in, dude. That's cool. Hey, Raymond, thank you. Thanks for coming back. Hey, Skater Girl. I suppose I could call her Kaylee. What are you guys up to tonight? There's not much going on here besides a storm brewing. Figured I'll go live for a little bit and see what happens. Hi, Joy. Thank you. Hey, Flo. What are you guys up to? What the hell? Yeah, exactly. Hang on there, Flo. Yeah, it's not doing it now. I'm gonna have to go back in and change it again, but I'll do that later. What are you guys all up to? Work after the world went nuts. I hear you, dude. Yes, I got it working. Thanks for coming back, Gio. Most of it's working, I should say. Not everything is. I'm trying a few things and it doesn't do it. So I'll just go back in live later and add a few mods. Yeah, I just waiting. Well, that's alright, Kaylee. I understand. But yeah, we're just expecting a storm tonight. It got to the Minnesota line and fizzled out pretty much. Well, now it's reignited and it's gonna pour pretty good here in about a half hour. Yeah, that's true, Gunslinger. It is a start. I was thinking about going out.
It's actually getting kind of red.
What's that, bud?
It's actually getting kind of big.
Yeah. Oh, let me see that.
What's up, bud?
I don't know if you guys can see this. That's what's coming our way. So, it's reversed in the camera, but no, I use Prism. I was gonna go into StreamYard, but I usually use Prism. It's so easy to get on and set up, but yeah, I know, Flo. We've been getting them at least once a week lately, and I don't understand what the deal is. It's kind of irritating, to be honest with you. I believe I told everyone, maybe not my last live, I rototilled my entire yard under. Yeah, I hear you, Gunslinger. You guys got hit pretty good. But I rototilled my entire yard under, and I reseeded with a cover crop and grass and a lot of clover. Well, it's been a real pain in the butt because, of course, the first 2 times I did it, it all just washed down pretty much. You know, some places took hold. Now I got to go out and do patchwork, and I think I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and put down either Excelsior or put it down and then, seed it down Yeah, if you want, bud. I'd appreciate it, Bubba. The Gingy there, that's my son. He's a good kid. Excuse me. But right now we're doing some patchwork out there. We got a little bit more to get cleaned up and stuff like that, because if everything holds up long enough, if it doesn't, the world don't go crazy again real bad. I mean, it's bad enough now we have a mask mandate, but you know, a lot of people are fighting it. Whatever, I just don't care. I put one on just so I ain't got to deal with people arguing and saying stuff to me about it. But we have his graduation party, and that's the reason I redid my entire yard, so that we'd have nice lush grass for the people camping in our yard. Because I've got roughly, I bet you we got a half acre a yard. Yeah, I know. 2020 is not. Yeah, I wish, Raymond. I'm kind of sick of it. They keep saying, "Oh, we're running out on rain. We need rain. We need rain." And it's like, dude, we're getting a storm every week, at least one of the days. Sometimes all weekend long. And I understand the crop needs the rain, and around here a lot of life deals with crop. I mean, we still got a lot of farmers up this area, even small farms that still are milking, maybe 25 head. But they need to get crops made and stuff. And I saw 3 days ago we had a barn go down because they're putting up green hay, and it got, hey Shiner, they're putting up hay, and green hay will actually get hot if you don't dry your hay out. That's why they don't like you. It's best to you mow it with the hay bine, crush it, and then bale it, or rake it and then bale it. And we always raked at least 3 times to flip the crop to let it keep drying. But a big one is if they're in too big of a hurry, they will. Yeah, that's true. I hear you, Bubba. But if you bale it green, it gets hot on the inside, and believe it or not, it'll start a hell of a fire. It'll take a whole barn out in a matter of an hour. And most of the time, they get the cattle out. In my old job, I used to take an excavator, and I would actually tear the barn apart while the fire department was spraying the boom of my excavator. It was one of those things. They got a real good guy there that works where I used to. He does most of that now. Well, he's on the fire department and stuff, so he just, if they need it, if it's warranted, they just go grab it and go, So they do a lot of work that way. The fire department around here is pretty fast. Hey Grant, thanks for coming in, bud. I appreciate it. We got a lot of agricultural yet. The thing that kind of bothers me is they still pay farmers to let their land sit, and they could be cash cropping that. That's what my grandfather and I did all the time. Yeah, when it does start, it goes quick, Raymond. It is very quick. You can burn an entire barn full of hay down in a matter, like I said, a half hour to an hour. It's sick. And we're talking barns up here that are almost 100 years old, if not 100 years old. You got the huge dairy operations that's all brand new sheds and stuff that they freestall. But I don't know. That's just not for me. I've been to the farms that use robotic milkers. I still, when I was milking when I was a kid, we still carried a can. I mean, you plugged into the vacuum line, you milked the cow, and you carried the can to the bulk tank and poured it in. That's just how it was. And I don't know, I kind of miss that in life, but I know I can't do it anymore. But yeah, I hear you, Gio. It does. It goes quick. No, it's not, Raymond. It's 20 years ago. You know, when I was a kid milking and stuff. That, you know, I guess I'm dating myself, but yeah, 16 years old or so, a little over 20 years ago, I guess. But you're milking and it's nothing to you. Then you get old and you work for 25 years and you're breaking down and stuff. And right now I would have been in good shape to be running an excavator, dozer, whatever, off-road truck, whatever had to be done. But my last 2 years of work, yeah, it is, Gunslinger. The old ways of everything is gone. But my last 2 years of work, I had my own dump truck, and I was hauling frac sand for the frac industry. 2.5 years into it, of course, we had our accident. I broke my back in 2 places, which turned into I spent a lot of time in and out of the hospital, and it just sucked. Had surgery, they fixed it pretty much. I don't think I can share that picture, but I can eventually here. I'll figure it out. But now it's supposed to be better than it was. And I've dealt with the whole crap where the muscles are rubbing on the hardware they put in there, because I've got 2 14-inch rods in my back and 8 screws holding it to the vertebrae. And I have a 5-level fusion. I hear you, Gio. That's the truth of it too. You know, and the roughest part of the whole thing, the morning of was bad, but the roughest part was learning to walk again. And I told my wife and I told my parents, I absolutely do not want anyone down here while I'm here, or when I had surgery. I asked absolutely nobody. No, yeah, it'll never be bionic. I'll have to send you the picture, Shiner. It's messed up. If I can, I'll add it to the end of I'll add it to one of the streams. But I've got some pretty offensive stuff on my phone, so I better not try to look for it. I appreciate you coming in, Gunslinger. You guys have a good one. Enjoy your grill and have a good night. But like I said, that's all taken care of. And a year after I was pretty much healed up from the surgery and learning to walk and everything again, I slipped and I broke my foot. I broke it's called a Lisfranc joint. Hey Trey, thanks for coming in. I broke my foot, the top joint in your foot where you got your knuckle at your toe that attaches to your foot. Up that bone, that first joint there is called the Lisfranc joint. Yeah, that's true, Gio. I've had 2 back surgeries now, and I'm on my way to my 3rd. I'm losing my left leg again. I think I mentioned that in the video. But it's not so much the strength. I've still got the strength there. It's the numbness is just taking over. So nothing's the same. I mean, you learn to pick up with your knees, not your back, right away. To get something off the floor, you gotta squat. It's something else. It's just, it is what it is, though. I still get to see my kids every day. That's all I care about. You know, that's the most important thing. But I've been through a lot in my life. I've got extensive knowledge on a lot of things. I always say I'm a jack of all trade, master of none. But I I try to have fun with everything I do. But on the flip side, at home where you're comfortable, I'm a total asshole. I really am. I don't mean to be. It's just the way I come off as angry all the time. It just happens. But what the hell was I talking about now? I'm sorry, I'm having a brain fart. Hey, Jersey boys, how's it going, bud? Nice to see ya. We got a big fishing trip. I can go to that. We're gonna go up. I talked to Cody Paul and Cody Moore, and Cody might come over this way. He has a job over this way this summer, and oh, I hear you, Trey. Yeah, now my daughter's looking for help. I'm really easy going, really easy to get along with, except for when you do something stupid as hell, and then I get angry and it starts a whole ball of shit. And I never had that problem really until I broke my back. That is where my major attitude change came from. But they never did determine if I was wearing my seatbelt in the accident. Hi, Kat. Or if I was not. I was handcuffed to the gurney or whatever you want to call it through a good part of it because we were packed up for activities with Kat there. She's in the stream now. But we were packed up to go for her birthday party. We were camping at a island. Oh, cool. That'd be all right, Rob. But we were all packed up to go to an island that's close by. It's called Bruny Island. And we had our campsite reserved, all that stuff, because it's a state park. You have to reserve it. Well, I like to have a few drinks, So, I, of course, loaded down the van. I think I had 2 cases of beer in there, bunch of bottles, all kinds of booze and alcohol in there. And, of course, going through the ditch and jumping the driveway, everything exploded everywhere, so they thought I was a drunk driver at 4 in the morning. Well, needless to say, I didn't have a drop in me. I was headed to work. All because I was too much of a cheap ass to buy a second park sticker to take my truck to the park. I had one on my minivan, or my wife's minivan, and I figured if I drove down to work, she could take the van. It would be 4:30, quarter to 5 in the morning. She could drive home, get the kids ready for school, all that stuff. Needless to say, my kids got woke up by their grandmother saying, "Let me in the house. There was an accident." I don't know how much rambling you guys care to hear, but they got woke up that morning, and it did it right on my daughter's birthday, August 1st, at 4:30. I think it was 4:32 in the morning when they got the call for the ambulance. I got the door open on the van, of what I can remember. I got the door open on the van. I made sure my wife was okay, got her out of the vehicle. I made it the 10 feet to the shoulder of the road and it collapsed. And I remember saying, "I think I'm going to take a nap." And that was all I remembered. Until pretty much they were loading me up in the meat wagon. Hey, JJ, thanks for coming in, buddy. It was quite the eventful thing. I don't ever wish that on anybody. Car accidents suck. Yeah, it is. But I think the worst part, Shiner, is I miss that lifestyle. I miss working 90 to 110 hours a week. Mom said I was yelling a lot. Oh, yeah, I suppose. I don't remember, babe. Cat. I do. I severely miss that. It was messed up, Jersey boys. That was my life. 6 days a week. Well, I suppose. I don't remember it though, Cat. That was my life. 6 days a week. I was up at 3. I was leaving the house by 3:30. I was in my dump truck starting it, warming it up by 4:30, and I was to the pit by 4:45 or 5 o'clock. I wasn't getting paid until I got that first load of sand on and got on the scale. And then that ticket, it says the internet connection is unstable. I might lose you guys, and I'll apologize now for that. We do have a bad storm coming in. If you watch back on the live here, you'll see that I showed a picture of it. It's right on top of us by now, probably. It was the worst thing ever, and I don't wish that on anyone, because I enjoyed that. 6 days a week. I was gone from usually about 3:30 in the morning till 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. 6 days a week. That was my life. It was work, plans. Oh, it's already raining. All right, thanks, Cat. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun. I worked with a great group of guys. There was about between 20 and 24 trucks a day that I drove with. So it was a pretty good, we were a coalition. Anyone went down, we all went down for the same thing. The sand plant put restrictions on everything and told us how we could and couldn't do stuff. So if you didn't play by their rules, you got kicked out. No, we're going to get the heavy stuff shortly. That's probably why it's breaking up on me, Bubba. Yep, we had 12 hours a day driving, and then, of course, every day you had your pre-trip, post-trip, and you always had maintenance. Usually I was back to my yard where I parked my truck and left it. Oh, here, I can show you guys again. My son came out. That arrow right there by Highway 8, I ain't gonna focus. Anyhow, you can see the arrow like right, let's see if I can do this, right there. That pin, that's where we're at, and that red cell is coming to us, so it won't be long now and I'll probably lose the stream. But we did lose internet today for, you were passed out, don't worry, he didn't miss nothing. We lost cell service and everything for good 2 hours today.
I had 3G for a while.
Yeah, mine went completely down. When you were sleeping, yours was down. I checked your phone. I'm in northern Wisconsin, Geo.
That's what I heard come in.
Yeah.
Also not like...
In northern Wisconsin. I'm almost in the middle of northern Wisconsin. I'm about an hour and a half from the western border. About 2.25 hours to the eastern border. And about 2 hours to the northern border. And then there's about 4 hours to get out of the state going south, no matter what you do. I'm right in the middle of it. If you ever get a chance to look up Wisconsin, the big attraction around here is the hunting in the Blue Hills. Our little county hunters per capita than anywhere in the state of Wisconsin. It's just, it's peppered up here with them. I mean, if you go in the Blue Hills, you can't drive more than a quarter mile without seeing a vehicle parked on the side of the road and someone's out hunting, guaranteed. It's great hunting. We don't have the big Utah or Ohio bucks or nothing. The Iowa bucks, we kind of got them. We've got the acorn fed ones, and of course everything around here. Yeah, there you go. I hear you, Bubba. Again, the Gingy there, that's my son. He's watching too. We're in BFE basically because our state categorizes the hunting zones in farmland or northern forest territory. We are pretty much smack dab in the middle of northern forest territory. I think you go 6 counties to the south, which is a good haul, about 45 minutes to an hour before you're out of the northern forest territory, which of course puts pressure on doe tags, everything like that. Everything's screwed up basically up here because yes, we're cheaper than most of the towns around us on gasoline prices, but we don't have, like, an hour and a half south of us in Eau Claire. Yeah, Jersey boys, the farm bucks they're big. Anything, around here, you're going to get either a corn-fed, soybean-fed, or a oats-fed deer, and the oats is just a cover crop. No, they haven't been prominent necessarily, Bryce, but they are there because, like I said, I had a high top, you had brush pile. I am trying to think of where you are, JJ. I can't remember. I know I'll remember it, but I wouldn't say you got the smallest bucks because then you get into the red deer. I'm kind of get small, but I've been talking with Tag and Tails. I'm trying to work out going out to Nebraska with him. My ultimate goal is to go hunting somewhere else, and those guys go out for them prong upstate New York. Okay. Yeah, I would have to do some research on, to be honest with you, John, because I don't know for sure up there. I know we do have some big wall hangers. Darn it! I'm sorry, guys. I just remembered. I was gonna do a live at my parents' house to show you my bear, and I think I've got 2 bears on the wall, rugs. And now you say that, Rob. I just watched a 2-hour documentary today on the state of Florida and everything about the. And now I forget it. Yes, I am just south of Hayward, Geo. Just south of Hayward, just east of Rice Lake, and just west of, well, going west there isn't anything really noticeable. Yeah, and the one I called High Top that I was hunting, that one had 14 to 16 inch G2s, and I hit him. I shot him, but my arrow bounced right off him. We do have a lot of largemouth, Shiner. We do have some monsters. Bryce would be the one to talk to about that. He's the one that catches the big bass. He knows where to go for them, stuff like that. I'm sorry, I'm a 2 fish kind of guy, basically. Maybe 3. I'm more on the crappie. And here goes the argument about crappie and crappie. But I'm a crappie and a walleye fisherman. Oh yeah, Duluth, that's a good spot. We actually vacation up there. Oh yeah, we go up there and watch the ships once in a while, but we have They're two different beasts. I mean, you're usually if a person is a walleye fisherman, they like perch also, which I don't mind jumbo perch. Yeah, the smallies do get decent size. I mean, I think my son here, he can go down to the little river by our house and pull out a 5-pound smallie all day long. I don't know what it is with him. He's got that little stretch beat. Clermont. Oh, I don't know where that is, Rob. I suppose you're talking to someone else. So, we have some decent fish here. The bucks, back to the bucks though. You know, now Jersey Boy, I've heard that a bass. Now my neighbor, they catch and eat bass. They say it's good. Now, if I fried, or if my son, I should say, if Bubba, I know where you are, Rob. You're right by my son's aunt. She's no, you're not. She can see Disney from her house. I've told you that before. But we have some good fish here. If you talk my son into it, I put out that video on the slime rockets. If you catch that, like the bigger one I had on there, that was a 24-incher, 18 to 24. Him and I had a discussion about that. Your best range northern pike is from the 20 to 28 inch range if you want to eat them. When they get above that, they get a lot of mercury. The mercury content in any fish around here above 28 inches is going to have a higher mercury content. Yeah, I don't know about that, Bubba. Hi, Amanda. Good to see you're up. Well, I suppose it's morning there, isn't it? Boy, you're up early. Good morning, Amanda. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, it's one of them things. Around here, if you can talk Brace into filleting them, we can go catch northern, and if I mix northern and walleye, you're going to have a hard time telling which nugget's which nugget. Any fish done right can taste good. It all depends on how they're prepared. Catfish, though, I was raised by a woman that ate catfish out of the Mississippi River, so I was always told they taste like crap. So I've never kept a catfish. I've caught hundreds of them. Oh, okay. I hope you do all right at the doctor's there, Amanda. Yeah, anything fried does taste good. But I guarantee if we make some cheese curds and put them on top of your head, your tongue will beat your brain to death to eat them. They're just the best. I like using white cheese curds, or better than orange, just because of the way they fry up, really. But the trick is throw them in the freezer. Half hour or an hour before you do it, throw them in the freezer for a half hour before you bread them. Otherwise, they'll melt basically and make a mess. Little FYI, I guess. And throw a little baking powder in your mix, your dry mix. Oh, it's all good. Okay. Good deal. Yeah. We're still to the point where we just call and the doctor does it over the phone. We can't go to the doctor. We don't go to the doctor unless we have to. Hey, Tom, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, you're a Wisconsinite, aren't you? Yeah, you bet, Amanda. Yeah, Jersey Boys, the worst part for you guys is we get fresh. I was telling Cody Paul one time, I get cheese curds that are no more than 2 hours out of the factory, you know? So we get them fresh. We've got a lot of factories around here. Well, cheese curd or cheese places. On Wisconsin, you bet, buddy. But we do. We have a lot of cheese companies around here, and some of them. Okay, I hear you, Amanda. Yeah, and we're one of them. Hey, Saltwater, thanks for coming in, buddy. I still can't go to the dentist, Shiner. They're, yeah, I bet the WHO. They just had it on the news tonight, which, like I said before, I hate to watch the stuff, sorry. I hate to watch it, but sometimes you gotta try to keep up with what's around you. My problem is I've got this broken tooth on this side, on my right side, and I can't get it fixed. I can remember my wife broke her tooth flat off, so we had to get our official one. I think the ceramic or whatever the hell they make them out of. Went down, got that all done. But right now they had it on the news. Don't do even routine maintenance. Don't schedule them. Hi, Judith. Thanks for coming in. It don't matter if you're late, hon. I'm just bullshitting and talking about stupid stuff, I guess. But they said it right out on the news. Don't even do it. Don't even come in for routine work. They want you to put off, everything. So, hey, Simply, how's it going? That bothers me because, like I said, you'll see me, I'll talk with my lower lip and not my upper lip a lot because that one right there is broke. And I don't like that. I try to take care of my teeth the best I can, But till this is all blown over, it ain't gonna happen, dude. So, oh, cool. That's all right. Gotta get the animals some food, so I would too. We got all of our little munchkins in here. We've got one of our. God damn! I gotta get my tripod out. We got one of our little guys. He's sick right now. He got himself a peanut butter cup last night. So he feels good that he got a peanut butter cup, but he's paying the price for it right now because he's got poisoning. A 15-pound dog can eat peanut butter cups and won't even affect them. But a 4-pound dog, a 3 to 4 pound dog, that poisons the heck out of him. And there's nothing you can do but let it run its course. It's got to get through his liver and his kidneys and stuff, and he'll be all right in a couple days. He's done it before. But I freaked out bad last night because it was like he was gasping for air, and I couldn't. He's got a sinus problem to begin with. That's just the nature of the little dog. Excuse me. I don't like seeing my pets in pain. I don't like seeing any animal in pain. When I hunt, I go for a clean, ethical shot. If I can't take a deer down with one shot, I won't shoot a second time, and I won't shoot the first time. But then again, like I've said before, I only shoot 16 yards. So I just put it on the neck, pull the trigger, lights out. It's all done. Oh, no, honey, it's not. I appreciate it, Judith. It's not into the gum or nothing, and it's not that far into it, but, yes, Gio, they really do. But it's not broken that far in. I've still got plenty of tooth left. It's just the way people see me. At my age, I shouldn't give a shit what I look like. I know I'm fat. I can deal with that. But I like to have my mouth fixed. Yeah, we have four of them also there, Gio. We've got the mom and dad. She's actually right here. I'll see if you. Yeah. There. What are you doing? That's the mom actually. The dad's the one that's sick, and then the two children, the two boys of hers. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they're rough, but the two boys are chewing on a. Oh, thank you, Saltwater. Yeah, we've got four of them little craps. It's all holy heck when we go camping. You know, we've actually got playpens for them. We have to set up a playpen so they can play outside without running off and stuff. 'Cause I think they're mostly good. The puppy. I hear you, John. Yeah, they get now. Like we lost one of our best dogs ever last year. Yeah, that storm must be hitting pretty good. It's getting unstable again. My internet. We lost one of the best dogs. It was my son's dog. It was purebred black lab. It was the runt. Having a runt sometimes comes with cost. Yeah, I hear you, Gio. We got two of them, but she ended up a year. I think it was a year into her life, year and a half. We found out she had epilepsy. What the hell? Whatever. Yeah, I've seen your little guy there, Amanda. He's pretty cute. But she never disobeyed a command. Anything you said, and she was always right. Oh, it's my mom. Here, let me get rid of that. Yeah, he is a cutie, but we did everything for her we could. Eventually, it got where her epilepsy was. Hey, Taggin, how's it going, buddy? I was just telling him I'm gonna tag along with you to go out shoot some pronghorn goats. But criminally women. We did everything we could. She was on medicine for I think 2 years. I think she was 3.5 when she passed. But it just got to the point where the seizures were happening too fast. Definitely tagging. I gotta get a new crossbow, but that's neither here nor there. I still want to go out. She passed from, like I said, too many seizures at one time. So it's totally understandable. Took care of that and everything. She passed on her own. She was fine. She wasn't suffering at all. So it was just kind of the neat thing about it is my best friend's dad is actually a veterinarian. So we, his dad and his brother, I should say, are both veterinarians. We had pretty good advice through the whole thing. So it was rough having to feed her that pill. And believe it or not, your vet will tell you not to feed your dogs peanut butter sandwiches. She was actually on a prescription from the doctor for a peanut butter sandwich folded over in the morning and in the evening. So a full sandwich a day. That was because if she didn't have her sandwich in the morning and the evening, she needed that fat out of the peanut butter. She would lose weight. I mean, ridiculously fast. Anyhow, I don't know how much of this crap you guys care to hear, but getting back to fishing though, if Cody Moore does make it over here this summer working, we're gonna go up to a stream. I've taken my son up there, and again, out in the middle of nowhere, he's catching bass. and we're hooking good-sized northern. Talked to a buddy of mine. He says, yeah, that stream's loaded with northern. So I'm like, all right, fine. Here, I'm going to actually change that. Hang on one second, guys. See if I can turn it there. There we go. Won't hear that ding no more. That river or stream or whatever, you go right up, you fish right next to the dam. There's only spot in there for a couple of people. But you hook a big sucker minnow on it. I'll do muzzleloader. I definitely do that. I'll have to put a scope on mine, because if anything out there is, anything too far, I got a Traditions 50 cal. And yeah, the slime rockets. Yeah, these are bigger though, Judas, so they're not as slimy. But they are. The one place that I put on the video, that was... Oh, thanks, Bubba. Hey, Rattle Trap. The one place that I went and put on the video, that, yes, them were slime rockets. When they're small like that, they're just slimy little sons of guns. But when they get bigger, they're not as bad. They're almost like a muskie. Like the muskie I caught down there, you're going to get the smell of the muskie on your hands, but you're not going to have the slime as much. Down here at the dam, though, that's just non-stop. You're lucky to make it a night without catching a muskie when you're walleye fishing sometimes. It's almost annoying. I know it's the fish of 1,000 casts and all that BS, but I've caught enough muskie of all different sizes to just, they're annoying basically. But whatever. The one I got on my wall in my son's room there, that actually is a 47.5. And just like everyone else, every woman in the world need that extra half inch to be impressive. So it's just a little 47.5. But hey, West Virginia, how's it going, buddy? I need to definitely want to get that tagging come up, bro. Next time you're want to come up and go fishing, I can almost guarantee you to hook you into a decent muskie. Almost guarantee. I've got one spot I can throw. Every time I've thrown there, I've hooked one. And it... Alright, Gio, I appreciate you coming in, buddy. Have a good night. And we'll see you next time. Yeah, exactly, West Virginia. Yeah, that we all do. Alright, hon. Thanks, Amanda. Have a good night. Or a good day, I'm sorry. And I hope everything goes good at the doctor, so just get home. So, I would like to... Yeah, I get in trouble now because I won't keep anything. That sounds pretty good, tagging. That'd be a lot of fun. That would be a lot of fun. I'm assuming they're going to take you up in Muskie Bay up there, too. Because it's... You're going to get into a bigger quality of fish up there, I believe. Or over there, I should say. You're talking a lake that's, it's one of the Great Lakes, and I mean, what else can you say about it? They're huge. I've seen some pretty good sized muskie. I do. Gio mentioned earlier about, do you live by Hayward? Yes, I do. That's the muskie capital of the world. There is a muskie. It's fake, but it's cool as hell to look at. Next time I'm up there, I'll put it on Instagram. But Oh, West Virginia, if anytime you were ever over here, I would definitely take you out. And I guarantee you the slime rockets, no matter what, and I can almost guarantee you a muskie. That dam we go to that you see in my little muskie, that thing was an annoying little shit. That's all there is to say about that. I had a nice walleye on. He frickin' took it. I would have rather had the walleye. But yeah, they do put up a hell of a fight. Now, I've told you guys this before. My buddy Kyle, a Wisconsin fisherman, he can take you to a couple of good spots and hook you in some monster northern and some nice muskie. If you watch through a few of his videos, I think 6 videos ago, he actually has 3-4 in the boat in one day. I mean, just hammers them. And then a couple of his ice fishing videos, they're pulling these monster northern right up through the ice. They're just enormous. And my son and I fish them lakes with him. Actually, we've got one coming up here end of this month before his graduation party. We're going out. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah, they do put up a hell of a fight, that's for sure. You gotta... Oh, no problem, tagging. You come up here anytime you want, we'll go out. And I've got more invested in ice fishing, I think, than I do summer fishing. I just do. I'm a fanatic about ice fishing. I think it's because I can get on the ice and I can move around better. I'm not restricted to my boat. The pickerel is basically a northern. I'll tell you one simple one, West Virginia. Hey, Mark, how's it going, buddy? But WV, get yourself red-eyed daredevils. I've caught more northern on a red-eyed daredevil than anything. I think I want to say a number 4 or number 2. I've got one here on my fridge here. It's a little Meps. No, it's not number 2. That's basically a trout finder. This is just a little trout finder.
Hey,
It's a Meps number 2. What?
did you see the state record was set for Michigan?
For what?
Bluegill, 4 pounds.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Tagging, you're going out on... No, you're going out on Michigan. My son just found this. It's a 4-pound bluegill out of Lake Michigan, one of the Great Lakes. That's sick.
Lisa.
You'd almost think that's photoshopped.
Lisa's posted it.
Yeah. Aunt Lisa? Oh, wow.
Just under 4 pounds. Wow. That's a big bluegill.
Yeah, that is a nice northern there, bro. Yeah, that was huge tagging. That was just in West Virginia. Okay, my kids, my wife's aunt and uncle. Now my uncle's a freak about fishing to no end. He works 2 weeks here and he's in Canada for 2 weeks. Well, he was. Right now he's not, of course, but they own a cabin up there, so they go up there. Yeah, Mark, that was a big ass panfish. But they're the kind of guys that go out, they record the time of day, the temperature of the air, the barometric pressure. I mean, every little thing to build a record and a scale of what was there and what all they're gonna do and when. And then they repeat a lot of things to see if it works, and it does, of course. It's almost like they're building their own fishing almanac, basically. But he holds one of the categories. There's a lot of categories for lake sturgeon, but he holds the United States record for lake sturgeon, and I honestly I can't say which category it is because I don't know to be sure, and I hate to mislead anyone, but I do know he. I'll post a picture of his walleye on Facebook, or not on Facebook, on Instagram soon. But his lake sturgeon, if I can find that one. Hey, after 5, how's it going, bud? But his lake sturgeon is just ginormous. I mean, I think it was, I want to say like a 62 or a 68 inch lake sturgeon, and that's sick, man. But I'll catch and release too, so that's good. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm losing my internet connection again. Hopefully it doesn't get too bad. I should go check outside, see how it is, but if my son and I and my wife and my daughter, actually, our whole family, have a full ride paid vacation up to Canada as soon as this all lifts and we have our passports in hand, to go up to that cabin and stay a week or two and just fish all winter long. So, no, got another dog. It's kind of like you, Rob. Your cat comes after you, and the little guy here comes after me. That's my parrot. How you doing, Munchkin? Huh, Leo? Yeah, I know. After 5, I want to get up there and get some fishing done this year, no matter what. But what's next? You know, we had the murder hornets and stuff. Stop. We had the murder hornets, and then everything else has been stacking up. I got a timeline. Hey, Mills, how's it going, buddy? Yeah, it's. I'm sorry, you little shit. Yeah, it's one of them things that the borders, once they're open, I'd love to go up there, but of course everything's held up with our passports and everything right now, anyhow, in customs or whatever. But we'll get them eventually, and we'll go up there. I personally, I know a lot of people like the summer fishing. I would give I would give up summer fishing to winter fish. So I don't know. I get 5 months almost of ice fishing, and that's awesome. I think I've talked about it before, and I'm sure you guys have heard it. Excuse me. I gotta get a soda here. We got a 5-inch auger. That's our piloting auger. We don't even start the power auger. There is Jersey. Excuse me. I got a hell of a bug in my throat. To be honest with you, after 5, we would be going up to Long Lake north of us here, and boom. From there, we're riding with them. I don't even know. I've never been there, but I know it's up in Canada, of course. And I asked him simply, how much money do I need to bring for a family of 4 to live for 2 weeks? Nothing. They said, well, how the hell are we supposed to buy anything? Everything's covered, he says. I said, yeah, and I understand it is my wife's uncle and stuff, but it's my wife's uncle's best friend. He owned a huge golf course and a plywood making company and stuff like that, but that's about it, Mills. For me to go up there, I gotta go outside here and have a cigarette, but for me to go up there for roughly 2 weeks, I'd love to have $3,000 just to go up there and spend that. But yeah, she's raining pretty good. But we're not supposed to bring any money. I actually got told if I brought money, he would be offended. So I said to hell with it. I'll just play by the rules that he's created. And with any luck, we'll be eating fish the whole damn time. So I'm not so concerned about that. Excuse me. I can see why my internet connection keeps saying it's unstable. It's getting pretty good here. It's good and blackout. Hey, Jersey, thanks for coming in, buddy. Have a good night. I hope that our passports come back soon. I hope that the borders, I just hope this whole shit dies and the borders get opened up, stuff like that. If not, there is next winter. I can go during the summer just fine. That'd be fine too. But around here, a lot of stuff slows down in the winter because of the snow. Except for the schools, they don't close for shit. They will wait till everybody around them is closed before they call off to school. But hey, all right, man. Have a good night. I appreciate you coming in. Yeah, I'm gonna get off here pretty soon too. The storms keeps messing with my internet and saying I want Arby's. Keep saying the connection's unstable, so I don't know how long it's actually gonna stay up or if it, whatever. I don't know what the hell is going on with it. But I know when we go up there it's going to be one of them lifetime thing. Yeah, I want beer. Have a beer, Mills. Shit. The sauger, to get a decent sauger around here, Judith, you basically got to go to the Mississippi River. And you gotta know where to go there. But like I said, my mom grew up eating catfish out of that river, and she said never to eat anything that comes from that. I'll send you a beer, Mills. I'll get your address after this. I'll send you a case of beer. I got people down by you that'll bring it to you. But, oh, that's great. It's one of them things, once we get our chance to go, it's going to be one of them once-in-a-lifetime things, because I would never get a free trip like that and expect it more. I would never ask for it again. I've been told anytime during the winter I want to go, I'm welcome to go. Got to have my passport, all that. That's all in the process. But that's not something you ask a guy to tag along on, really. If you're paying your way, yeah, that's fine. Go with a group, whatever. But when it's an all expenses paid trip and you can't even bring your own, I'm sure we'll bring a couple $100 for play money and maybe $1,000 or $1,500 just in case. But we'll see you later, Taggin. You have a good night, buddy. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, I'm losing the internet connection again. Hopefully it stays up, but I don't know what's going on. Where the hell did it go?